What is up, guys? This is guitar video lesson number 178, the song In the Dark by Three Doors Down. And first of all, the song's in standard tuning and there is nothing left to say. So let's get started with the intro right away, which should sound like this. So first of all, we put our second finger onto the 7th on the 3rd string and our 3rd finger onto the 7th on the 2nd string. Now we pick those two strings together once, push the strings up and bring them back down. Like that. Now we put our first finger on the 5th over the 3rd and 2nd string, pick that once. Now 2nd and 3rd back onto the 7th on the 3rd and 2nd string once. And now once more, the first finger onto the 5th over the 3rd and 2nd string. Now 3rd finger onto the 7th on the 4th string once. First finger onto the 5th on the 4th string once. And 7th on the 4th string once more. We have to use this riff a couple of times during the song, and we start by putting our 3rd finger onto the 7th on the 4th string. Pick it once. Now first finger onto the 4th on the 3rd string. And now slide up onto the 5th and put your first finger over both 3rd and 2nd string. Now we mute the strings and go down up. Then we go, so 7th on the 4th and 4th on the 3rd again. And now we put our first finger back onto the 5th over the 3rd and 2nd string and go up, up, down, up. So as soon as the lead guitar hits that second part of the intro, we've got the rhythm guitar joining in, and what we play on the rhythm guitar is actually what we play throughout the whole verse, and that should sound like this. So we start by putting our first finger onto the 5th on the 6th string, 3rd finger onto the 7th on the 5th string, and pinky onto the 7th on the 4th string. And now we palm mute the strings. So we use the palm of our right hand and put it down here on the strings, and now we just go down. So we go down 8 times on this first chord. We slide 2 frets down onto the 3rd and 5th. So now we've got the first finger on the 3rd on the 6th string, 3rd finger on the 5th string, and pinky on the 5th on the 4th string. And now we go down 8 times as well. And now we jump 1 string down onto the 5th and 7th, so we've got the first finger on the 5th on the 5th string, 3rd finger on the 7th on the 4th string, and pinky on the 7th on the 3rd string. And be careful to mute the 6th string with your first finger. And now we go down 16 times. And that is already the whole verse played by the rhythm guitar. And we don't actually have a pre-chorus in the song. The only thing that comes close to it is this. Because this is what the lead guitar is playing right before the chorus. So we do that twice while the rhythm guitar is still strumming down on that first riff. So we start by putting our 3rd finger onto the 7th on the 4th string. First finger onto the 4th on the 3rd string. and third finger onto the 7th on the 3rd string. So let's get to the chorus. So we start on the same chord as in the first, so on the 5th and 7th, on the 6th, 5th and 4th string, and we go down and up 16 times. And we slide 2 frets down onto the 3rd and 5th 16 times. Jump onto the 5th and 7th on the 5th, 4th and 3rd string, and also just like in the first, we go down and up twice as much on this one, so 32 times. Jump onto the 1st and 3rd on the 6th, 5th and 4th string. So we've got the 1st finger on the 1st on the 6th string, 3rd finger on the 3rd on the 5th string, and pinky on the 3rd on the 4th string, and we go down and up 16 times. Slide up onto the 3rd and 5th 16 times. And back onto the 5th and 7th on the 5th, 4th and 3rd string 32 times. During the second half of the chorus, we play the first part of the intro again on our lead guitar. You know how to play that. And in the first half of the chorus, we've got a tiny melody in the background played by the lead guitar, and that should sound like this. So what we do here is we put our first finger onto the 10th on the 2nd string, pick it once. Third finger onto the 12th on the 1st string once, and first finger onto the 8th on the 1st string once as well. Then twice more, the 8th on the 1st string, and then we pick it a third time and slide down 1 fret onto the 7th. Now second finger onto the 8th on the 2nd string once, then third finger onto the 12th on the 1st string, and second finger onto the 12th on the 2nd string. And that is the whole chorus. During the second verse, we've got the exact same chords in the exact same order. The only difference is that we've got a slight variation in the rhythm because we go So on the first chord, on the 5th and 7th, on the 6th, 5th and 4th, we just go down, down. And on all of the following chords, we go down, up, up. Down, up, up. And after having done that a couple of times, we fill in the blanks with just downs, palm muted. So again, palm of our right hand down here. So we go. Part is the bridge right in front of the solo, and first of all we put our first finger onto the second of the fifth and fourth string, and what we do now is we mute the strings, go down, up, down, and then we go up, up, down without muting the strings. So we do that 4 times, and after having done it the 4th time, we go onto the 3rd and 5th on the 6th, 5th and 4th string and do the exact same thing. Once. So now let's jump into the solo. So first of all, let's split this whole thing into tiny pieces, because that way it is way easier to explain and for you guys to understand. So we start by doing this. So we start by putting our first finger onto the 5th on the 4th string, pick it once and hammer the 3rd finger onto the 7th. Now we put our first finger onto the 5th on the 3rd string, pick it once. And now 3rd finger onto the 7th on the 4th string once. Now first finger back onto the 5th on the 3rd string once, and 3rd finger onto the 7th on the 4th string once. Now we put our 3rd finger onto the 7th on the 3rd string, pick it and push it up to this point, and then we pick it some more. And then we bring it back down. So we go. That's the first part of the solo. So we put our first finger onto the 5th on the 3rd string again and pick it twice. Then we go 7, 5, 7 on the 4th string. Now once the 5th on the 3rd string with our first finger, 7, 5, 7 on the 4th string again. So we've got So we start by putting our first finger onto the 5th on the 3rd string once more, pick it and push it up to this point. Then we go 7, 5, 7, 5 on the 4th string with our 1st and 3rd finger. 7, 5, 7, 5. Now first finger onto the 3rd on the 5th string and 3rd finger onto the 5th on the 5th string. Now we go 5th on the 5th string, 3rd on the 5th string, 5th on the 5th string. Now pick the 5th on the 5th string once more and pull it down. So bring it back and 5th on the 5th string once more. So now 3rd on the 5th string. Now once more the 5th on the 5th string, followed by the 3rd on the 5th string. So we go now 3rd on the 6th string and 5th on the 6th string. Now we put our first finger onto the 5th on the 6th string. We palm mute the strings with the palm of our right hand and pick it twice. Now we put our second finger onto the 5th on the 5th string, pick it once without muting. Now twice palm muted the 5th on the 6th string again. Third finger onto the 7th on the 5th string, once without palm muting it. Now twice palm muted the 5th on the 6th string again. And twice the second finger onto the 5th on the 4th string without palm muting it. So we put our first finger onto the 5th on the 3rd string once. Now 7, 5, 7 on the 4th string. Now second finger onto the 7th on the 3rd string. Pick it and push it up. Bring it back down and pick it again. Now first finger onto the 5th on the 3rd string once. So we've got 7th on the 3rd string and 5th on the 3rd string. So we put our third finger onto the 7th on the 4th string, pick it once. First finger on the 5th on the 3rd string once. And now first finger onto the 5th on the 2nd string once. Followed by the 8th on the 2nd string twice. We do that 4 times. And we do it a 5th time and pick the 8th on the 2nd string 3 times. So we go. Now first finger onto the 5th on the 1st string once. Third finger onto the 8th on the 1st string 3 times. Second finger onto the 10th on the 1st string, pick it, push it up and bring it back down. First finger onto the 8th on the 1st string once. Second finger onto the 10th on the 2nd string once. And first finger onto the 15th on the 1st string once and push it up. And that is already the whole solo. And that is already the whole song. I hope you guys liked this video. Leave a thumbs up if you did. Helps me a lot. Keep on subscribing. And if you want to stay up to date on what's going to be new on the channel and check out my Facebook page, the link is down in the description. And if you want to get a sweet discount on all of the games for all of the consoles, then check out g2a.com. Link is down there as well. And if you're willing to support the channel, link to my Patreon page down there as well. And as always, I hope that I will see you guys next time.